Hello, Kaizen, and thank you for tuning in. Today we have a mixed tier 4 match between SSYN Position 1 versus DTTK Unemployed. We have Walker on the camera, me casting, and I'm joined with Val.
Hello, Kaizen. Yes, I
And it
am here with
looks,
Benny.
yeah, and it looks like Val, we've got some bands here. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
So the bands we have in place right now are Sojourn, Orisa, Ilari, and Brig. Sojourn,
Quite the,
quite an interesting band. It seems they want to lean away from this long-range hit scan, maybe favoring the Cass, taking it more to these mid-range fights. The Orisa,
just maybe, yeah.
Orisa is very strong, especially on summer, can be quite dominant. And with Orisa gone, you're going to see most likely a Ram mirror, I'd assume, unless we might see a bit of Malga potentially, but that's still up to all to play for in that sense. The curious bands for me were the Ilari and the Brig. So Ilari, this might be a protect ban because
This
Ilari
could
on
be.
summer can work, but I'd
But,
imagine both
however,
teams
yeah.
go
Oh,
maybe a Lucio carry for the most part, especially with Brig gone here. We could still see a Juno Lucio if they decide to go for it, but the stability of Juno Brig, with Brig being gone, we might not even see Juno. So just gonna
no, we
see
might
what left.
argue on this, Val, but I feel like with the break band, they might be looking to a bit of a dive here. Maybe with just a different, with like the Kiri Lucio dive instead. Because obviously getting rid of that break, just leave your backline a bit more open. Obviously with the break Anna, break Juno. I mean, we don't really see a lot of Anna on Samoa, but you never know these days.
You think we might see a greedier backline of maybe Juno Ana, potentially with a Diva to go for these really strong hits? With no
Yeah,
Brig, Diva can pretty much win the 1v1 against nearly every squishy. She has such a favorable matchup. Still an incredibly strong tank, but that remains to be seen.
yeah, and I feel like we'll be going in soon. Getting ready to go in, just waiting to get a head in. We'll see what positions they play, what characters they pick. We'll find out.
Okay, we've got ready from both sides, so we'll be heading in.
Welcome to Samoa.
Right, so as we mentioned earlier, we might be seeing a bit more of a brawl coming out from both teams, just judging off of the bands. What type of brawl, like, what tank do you think they're going to run into this?
Because it's beach to start off with, I believe a ram is more likely than anything if we're going to see more of a brawl here. Ram really good on the beach, has his barrier, is able to close the space, and we've seen Rams live for a very long time. But looking at both comms right now, this might be very different. There's
Yeah,
no way. There's no way
quite
Unemployed will walk out on this.
yeah. So just for the people, we have unemployed on the right, and then we have position one on the left. Where I've not seen much of a hazard in the cast I've done, so I'm going to be very excited to see how this goes.
Round one.
Yeah,
But
can't sleep
I
on
will
the
hand
hazard.
it over.
Still
Yeah,
incredibly
you
strong.
can't. And a lot of teams don't really know how to play into a hazard, as he's still like one of the newer tanks.
Right, both teams rolling out top here. We've got position one taking the far right. Back of the beach house, just lightly perking right now. Have the Benji up front. Got this Malga stage top and the Bastion. Gotta watch out for this form. And we catch Cookies! Cookies taken out by the grenade. The Bastion swing too strong and position one just caught in the setup. And really nice first fight there from DTK Unemployed. Winning it off
Yeah,
the Bastion.
just that Bastion just getting that first pick has really allowed them to push in on them, and to stop them. But of course, getting a pick onto Bastion here.
We've had Cardiac Force has to overrun out. The pick onto Bastion, who stage aggressively because this team is so fast. They're going to be back incredibly quick, and we see how it punishes the Bastion. Got a bit of a neutral here, and they've managed to force point successfully, but we've lost quite something quite the important cooldowns right now. And EXO can still survive, but he can't live. And Unemployed take it back just as quick as they lost it. Still fighting over the last few stragglers on this point. Atrakus looking maybe for another trade, but no. We've got some junk bombs coming in from this guy. But yeah, they managed to take the point back. And it's only 19% they've lost. Now we're looking at these ultimates. We've got a window from this Baptiste here. A tire potentially pretty soon. Gotta care this Vito's been cooking really fast from cookies right now. This speed turn might be a bit too strong. Here comes the Bastion ult. EXO is zoned and punished on the side by the Junkrat. The overrun is really good. Cookies are stopped. And Atrakus is cleaned up by the Bastion push with Stink. Bit of hubris here. Heading over to spawn, but now setting up in the Cabana one more time.
Yeah, the heavy brawl, they're just causing the other team to really struggle against.
We've had a beat traded for tire here. Not the best trade you like to see. A window for point and a cage to follow up. We have 4 people trapped in cage. Here comes the Suzu, but trapped in a small place with a Junkrat and a Bastion. It's going to be so tough to live. We don't even see this Kitsune. We don't see the blade. And it's in last fight territory. And EXO's just cleaned up on point. We're at 87%. I don't think there'll be a touch.
Neither do I. But then again, there is a Tracer coming around the back, possibly to get the touch here. But Unemployed just up in their face in their spawn, but the Tracer's touches on point here.
We're seeing this fighting forward from Unemployed, deciding just to let the point flip maybe. Not quite entirely, deciding to win the fight, then peel back for point. And now it's just a lone Tracer against 5 people. She's going to have to stagger her touches as best as she can. Lucio coming in from the top ropes, just getting the quick touch, but being zoned off very heavily and punished by the junk. Recall already forced, and the Tracer falls. As it ultimately left in vain. And Unemployed take that first point in a dominant fashion, 100 to 90.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like they just played that into that brawl very well, like with the Malga, the Bastion, the Junkrat. A lot of damage for position 1 to take, but obviously on the hazard, when you've got obviously hazard requires, like, you know, finding a target, but when the targets are shooting so much damage at you, it's quite hard to jump in, which I feel like that's what they're struggling with at the moment.
I was kind of sleeping on the Bastion because Bastion's armor makes him actually quite hard to kill, especially with the smaller 10% change. Well, he's just that 10% smaller. Hard to kill. Mauga, very hard to kill. Wait.
100%, just a lot of a hard to kill team, but they are running out on the ball here. Maybe just try and change the pace of the game.
We're seeing a Mercy Weaver backline from Unemployed into an Ana Lucio. He's got a ball dive in, and Fima with just caught unawares. But a really good slam, really nice follow-up there. We are still seeing some very nice trades from the side of Unemployed. But ultimately, fight goes the way of position 1.
Yeah, quite an interesting backline for Unemployed with the Mercy Weaver. I think that really shown right there with the a lot of people getting picked off just straight away. I just don't think a Weaver Mercy can sustain so much damage straight away, in my opinion.
It's gonna be tough. Well, I'm gonna have to think about the theory on this. We've got a ball down coming in, a Tracer coming for the backline, getting shot from a few different angles, just taking it slow. Looking for maybe a nade hit, and here comes the overrun onto the Ana. Slept. Mauga is. The Bastion tries to follow up, but is also cleaned up. Ana does get traded in that, but we lose our Mercy and our Weaver, so it's just a lone Mauga along with a Junk. All is traded to is Junkrat in these close quarters, incredibly strong. Volcano is still one incredibly strong point for Junkrat because of how close these engagements have to be.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we're just getting a spam damage, and a lot of damage as well, especially still with the Bastion. However, as I said earlier, I just don't think they're going to get enough sustain with their backline.
Oh, it's such a beautiful nade over there from Lala, and the cleanup is good from EXO and Atrakus. still contesting this point against the Mauga on it. But with these trades, it's going to be so tough for Mauga to contest this. The tree might help stabilize this. We got mines on point and an arrow invested into ball. Here comes a slam, but it's to the side. Here comes a Lucio and Tracer, maybe to help follow up. A beat push. Gotta look for this blade now. They've got no defensive ults. Here it comes. Onto Bastion, but the pull is good. But left in this small room, the pull's not far enough away. And position 1 takes this fight. Just cleaning up the Lucio, but it could still go either way. The respawns are so solid, and the Weaver living. Can't believe this.
Yeah, I think what is unfortunate for the side of position 1 is obviously they invested quite a lot of ults into that fight. But it just looks like they're coming back with a pick onto the Mauga.
We're gonna have to sustain through this for Unemployed here. Dash comes in from Genji. Still have this deflect to get out. A Bastion ult to zone for point. We've got a Lucio touching, and it gets the honor. The hero with no abilities punished by this ult. And Unemployed take the fight. At the cost of just Bastion ult still got this cage.
Yeah, they've still got the cage. They're coming up to Lucio, coming up to Weaver, coming up to Junkrat. As for the side of position 1, it's looking quite dense for their ults, with only having probably Ball and Genji. So I'm probably expecting to see maybe a Mauga cage with a combination of Junkrat as well. Just a team wipe at that point.
Kraken's forced out with dash and deflect. But the cage catches no one! The cage on point doesn't catch a single person. But I think if you're position 1, you're happy to just disengage this, come back for another fight, knowing that they don't have cage, and that you can still do quite a few things, especially with this comp. Tracer's caught on that first engage. Ball is punished. You're really seeing the damage that Bastion can do here. A beat push from the side of Unemployed, choosing to press their advantage, taking it to spawn, holding these doors close. They know they want to take this fight a bit quicker, so they can't set it with their honor.
But the side of position 1 are getting quite a lot of ults coming up with the Genji, so I'm expecting to see quite the ult spam here, as they are on 99%, so all they need to do is win one fight.
Their blade is hit by the tire. Mine's forced on point. Bastion in his turret form with the tree. Almost unkillable, really. He's so tough with this Tracer. It's a 2-man beat here. We've got a blade on the way back. Ball's respawned. He's a very fast hero. Maybe he can get the next touch, but it's boot. Luckily, the Tracer still has it. Mine sealed. No. Sorry, you head to the slab. Blade, but that's the backline is so far. Ultimately doesn't catch anything with this. We've only got this nano left from the side of position 1, and it's the C9!
And it's looking like the win for DTK Unemployed. 1-0 to them right now. What did you think about that match? I just thought the brawl was just so good, just doing the right damage, and especially the Bastion and Junkrat just getting them initial picks for them to engage.
I think we're really seeing the effects of the Soj ban here.
Yeah,
it seems there wasn't like a hit scan they were comfortable with playing on the side of position 1. So Unemployed took full advantage of this, you know. The Tracer, the Genji, they can be forced out if you shoot them out of these staging angles. And the Weaver, unironically,
unironically, as much as if we were dissing it, we got to put
unbelievable with that 10 HPS, with the petals, with the grips, and his healing is still very good.
Position 1 right now, what would you do?
I do first position 1. Well, I'm expecting that we might still see another Weaver comp, but
we might do.
Fall into that. Orisa is now not able to be banned, so that is a big thing. Maybe they didn't feel like comfortable playing Ram or Diva into it, so we saw them leaning towards the ball. Maybe it leans to their strengths. But with Orisa being unbanned, well, unbannable on map 2, I should say, and the Brig, we may see a Juno Brig, we might see an Orisa. And they were leaning 100%. Toward this Genji Tracer, but with the Soj ban out the way as well, we might see a much more brawly position 1 here, with maybe a Genji 100%. Soj Juno break even under Orisa, and the comp from Unemployed would probably quite struggle into that, especially the Mauga, depending on where they choose to go here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could go either way, couldn't it, Val? But with that, we are going to a break. We'll see you back again. You never know what could happen this time. Could Competition 1 take it back? We never know. Welcome back, Kaizen. So far we are currently in the Tier 4 mixed game between DTTK Unemployed versus SSYN Position 1. It is currently 1-0 to DTTK Unemployed. But we do have some bans, Val, if you'd like to talk me through them.
I see, I'll get through this quite quick. We have a Kiri, has Ana, and a Lucio ban this time. So we're going
Do
to
we
see some...
think any target bans were happening there?
Ready for
The Hazard, I'd say, definitely a target ban. Because Hazard is incredibly strong, especially for this second point, especially the castle. You're going to see a lot of, more likely a dive comp there, because it's so difficult to push this. First point, might see more of a brawl. And third point, most likely to be another brawl as well. As we're looking at both comps here, the Honor ban, I think, is quite interesting, and the Lucio. Both teams may be leaning towards more sustaining comps, potentially a Juno coming out. But as we're looking at both teams here, on the defense at least, we have a Bap Weaver,
one.
there's a
Quite
Mei,
interesting.
a Ram, a Genji.
Objective A.
We've got a Brig Zen from the side here, so they're going to have a lot less sustain against this defense comp from the side of position 1, and the Mei is going to make these rotations very, very tough. Got a little bit of a neutral here, Vortex exchanged here, Brig bashes out, doesn't get caught, but you can already see how tough it is for this Ram with the Brig Zen backline. It's going to be so tough for him in this resource war. It's going to always lose the HP trade. Look, Don't Fix has killed Cookies? An unbelievable pick from the Junkrat. Does get traded, but losing that BAP. They're getting pushed back. All but 1 HP, and EXO dies. A really nice push there from Unemployed off that pick from Don't Fix.
Yeah,
And
as you said,
off the choke.
yeah, as you just said, like, Don't Fix getting that initial pick onto the support just stopped them from being able to get another source of healing, enabling DTTK Unemployed to get in and just push them. Like, as obviously done this brawl comp with the Ram, so that enabled them just to run at them. As we are seeing some ult economy wise, so we are going up to that Zen ult on the side of DTTK. And then we're also coming up to the Weaver ult, so I'm looking to probably see like a reaction ults here. So like, you know, the Zen comes out, but we are seeing an EXO getting a pick onto the Zen here, and then Faceit getting a pick onto the Brig.
Yeah, really nice plays there from position 1. They've set up super well for that engage. They caught EXO trying to get into the castle and absolutely collapsed on him, and caught Solaire on the Zen there. Now, with this aggressive positioning, it should be quite tricky for this time. But the rally push! The Fima's already lost so much HP, EXO's completely fine, and Rapper has to take a step back. Trank is forced, and a Trappist is traded. Out comes the pull, and it's just a full disengage this time from position. Really nice to kite those burstable ults.
Yeah, well, both teams do so well is engaging and disengaging. Like each fight, like they just disengage at the perfect time, but Don't Fix getting to the pick on Cookies, and EXO getting the pick onto the Brig, but falling quite low.
Tree now in place from Lala here, hoping to have them sustain to do this a bit more. Annihilation out from EXO. Zen is so close if they can reach him. Another Nemesis turn looking for the floating Zen, but they're collapsing on. Oh, the pull is so good onto the Mei. And here comes the Blizzard looking for who it catches, and it catches the Ram. Walled off from the side and absolutely collapsed on. Position 1, holding strong one more time.
Yeah, that was a great thing for position 1, using only 2-3 ults there, still having 2 left. As for the side of DTTK, they do not have any ults here. So what do you think they do here for DTTK? Do they get the dry fight, try and force some ults here?
It's going to be quite tough against this Blade, against this window.
Yeah, 100%.
And this Orisa really can't really engage so much in the HP trade with the Brig Zen. We've got Junkrat clearing top, clearing out the Genji, so he can't set up for the free Blade. Nemesis traded, full Fortify here. Vector's still quite healthy. We've got a Torp on top, fighting this back for the Blade. The Blade comes in. And the backline is collapsed on. Really nice play there from position 1. It was a nice top flank, and it does catch the Baptiste.
However, I feel like they are a bit stuck here. I think they're going to utilize this right now by just jumping on them.
Fix gets the trade in the small room again. The DPS from Unemployed are always such a joy to watch.
Yeah, 100%. I think the Ritter pick here is a complete just counter to the Ram. I feel like the Ram from the side of position 1 has been very dominant here.
Rank force, and Exo's still completely fine. We're really seeing the Weaver here. Cookies is caught there by the Junkrat, don't fix. Once again, getting the opening pick. Zen solo, but is kept up, and we're seeing this Juno swap here. Opting for the speed, but Beam is left without cooldowns. Can they live here? Unfortunately, not able to live. It's a big tire incoming. Let's see if it catches anyone, and it catches the Trakos. Got the Torb on point against the Ram, but the Discord, we're really seeing the effects of them here. If Exo can live, this would be really good. Another Torb can push this. And it catches both the ports. It's so close to the cap now. And it's just, we're not going to be able to touch here.
Yeah, you're really feeling the effects here of that Discord orb as well, as you said earlier. It's a great pick against to a Ram here, but ult economy wise, position 1's got quite a lot of ults to utilize here. With the Mei, the Ram and the Bap as well, with only having 2 ults from the side of Unemployed. And the Rissa ult comes out, is it going to catch anyone? Just catching the Immortality.
It was a nice ult, but here comes the repush with the window, hoping to catch someone. Everyone ducking into cover. It's still so close. This is one fight territory for them. Exo pushing up, seeing if you can catch someone. Oh, it's a bit of a miscommunication. We've pulled the Annihilation turn. Here comes a Ray push on the other side. We've still got a Blizzard to catch if they get a bit too aggressive. And Exo catches FEMA before the trend comes out. Ultimately, both sides stabilize here, opting for another neutral.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great fight win for position 1. I mean, that was such an unfortunate trans there with Exo catching FEMA before the Zen ult came out. But the side of position 1 still have quite a few ults to use here, but we've seen this Junkrat clutch up really fast, so they might see a huge tire here, as we are seeing the tire come out right now. Is it going to catch anyone? Unfortunately not catching anyone.
But they've got to be careful now. They've got this blade and there's no defensive support. But Trakos is one shot on the way in. What a play from Solera, don't fix. We've still got this tree, but we've lost the Mei. No blue to slow down this engage. It might just be a full cap. A tree at the spawn, but there's no touch. No chance to use this Blizzard. No chance to use this window.
So we
I can't
just got
believe this. They took it so fast there.
Yeah, that was such a great offense and defense from both teams. I've got to say, I'm really loving this Life Weaver pick from the side of position 1. I feel like these pulls, other than that one pull on the Ram, I feel like the pulls have been great at just getting the Ram out at the right points. And obviously we can't not talk about Don't Fix's Junkrat. Complete dominance, I think. Just constantly getting them picks, which is just great to see. I'm expecting a junk ban next map, in my opinion.
Don't Fix for sure a demon on that Junkrat. Always getting his one, always getting the picks. And even cases where he gets traded, you know, he has one.
Yeah, there's always one. I mean, when they were in that room earlier, I just had the trap, sat there waiting for them to come get him. It's great to see that. But like I said earlier, I'm really liking Lala on this Weaver. I was excited to see Extra on that Ram as well. Obviously, we didn't see much of the brawl from the side of position 1, but it's nice to see it a little bit more. But we are swapping over to the Diva here. What do you think about the Diva? Do you think it's going to have a big difference?
I think the Diva will make things quite a bit trickier if she can get in the right spaces. Especially against this Mercy Zen from the side of Unemployed on the defense here. Everyone stacked up for the spam spot. The whole team enjoying this. And we've got Diva taking top right, just to start. Tracer on the right side, taking some more space on the map. They're aware of which comp they're up against. We've got a Zen stage top left. Unfortunately the Mercy has to leave and he's caught by the D.Va here. Really seeing the power of D.Va to punish these squishies with the DM, with the rockets as well, which is so favorable in 1v1s. Even against Torb, but is left demegged, EXO. And Rapper is red by Select. What a disengage, what a kite there from Unemployed. Really took that turn from position 1 and caught it.
Yeah, I was about to say, they gave him the space and just took it back straight away. It's very great positioning from that side. But I was wary of the Mercy pick here, as it's not a lot of support healing for the team. But I mean, it works, I guess.
EXO caught in a trap, just clearing this junk off top here. But yeah, the Mercy pick is actually coming in very handy, especially with no hit scan from the side of position 1 here. So you're not able to get this consistent damage onto the tank or to the rest of the team. You're really looking for the Genji damage, the Tracer damage, and that comes in bursts. That doesn't come all the time. So this Ram's able to be kept fairly healthy, and this Mercy Zen is just about able to sustain it with block. And FEMA does live that. EXO in once again and just about out. Turret taken out, but the Tracer's dead for it. Don't fix on this side fight in these small rooms. An absolute menace to deal with. And position 1 take another step back, but this time they're caught. Select getting the last hit onto Cookies. FEMA cleaning up Lala. And it's another reset from this side, but this time we have some ults coming up. Gotta care this trans though.
Yeah, we've got quite a few ults from both teams. Obviously, as you said, though, we've got to care the trans, as it can completely just make Genji's ult completely useless here. It's where I am expecting to see this Zen ult is probably when the Genji does ult. Or maybe when they might follow up with Juno ult.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a Junkrat hitting the backlines here, just setting up, looking for a sneaking assassination coming in from the top ropes. Here comes the Ray push from position 1. They don't seem to catch anyone. The Unemployed had disappeared and FEMA reappeared from the side with Annihilation. Caught the Tracer, just caught all of them. What a repush there from Unemployed. Fantastic disengage on the Ray. And we're going to see a comp swap this time from position 1. We're coming into this last fight territory.
Yeah, they need to switch something up, as the side of Unemployed are just, as I said, just taking that, giving them the space and just taking it away straight away. Like, they're very much playing into Unemployed's game here. But we are seeing the Jungle come out. Catches no one.
Or on the sides, a rally to maybe push this back, but Genji's 1 HP. Lala's still in the side here. Rams informs you don't really want to push this. And Cookies catches 2 on the side. Rapper is rezzed. And the Blade catches Mercy. Maybe we will see a cap of first point here. Ultimately by position 1. It took quite a few attempts. This was almost a full hold. And Rapper still getting his 1, living in the back. He gets 2. There's Zen in this small room, floating away, but still catches 2.
Oh my
Ultimately
god.
hunted down by EXO.
Yeah, I think the Orisa swap was vital for the side of the position 1, as they were really struggling with that Ram. But obviously Orisa is obviously just a direct counter to that, so it's a great swap for them.
I think a big thing is the amount of spam damage that comes out from Unemployed's comp here with the Torb, the Junk, the Zen especially, and the Mercy able to keep them up all the way. Oh, there's a pause this time from the side of position 1. We'll just have to wait.
Yeah, well, while we wait, we can have a little chat about what's going on, can't we, Val? So I want to highlight one thing earlier from Soler, is it? On the Mercy ult, just chasing that Juno down. From my perspective, it's very entertaining. I feel like this is what Unemployed are giving us. They're giving us quite like an entertaining show here.
Unemployed, always good for a great match. Honestly, it's not often, especially in Masters lobbies, that you see this kind of comp. And the way they've played it, they must have definitely practiced this. The disengages, the kites against the speed comp. Because with the Juno swap on that first attack, I thought it'd get much harder for like the Torb, the Junk,
Yeah, yeah.
especially the Zen, with no movement, with no speed of your own to counter this. Once they staged aggressively, it'd be quite tough. But every single time they had it, just about until that last fight. Ready this time from both sides. So we'll be unpausing the match and heading back in.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see some ults come out here from Unemployed just to stop them from getting it. The Rissa is falling very low here.
We've had a BAP swap in the meantime to keep the Larissa a lot better. And Atrakus is caught again by Don't Fix. We're really seeing the effects of this Mercy Box and Jug. And Zen floating in the sky on this high ground. Still alive. Face. The Tracer looking to finish but can't quite get it.
Yeah, and it's looking like they're just going to have to retreat here, but Orisa could be caught out here by the side of Unemployed.
Maybe the spin might just be enough to get her out. No, the lamp unfortunately wasn't there in time, and the Orisa, it does get punished. And it's another one-shot onto the Tracer by the Jank right here.
Yeah, a lot of ults for both sides, but we are seeing a swap to the Soj here, even with all. I do think it's just because they need that hit scan damage, especially with the Junk and the Torb as well, getting that turret straight away.
Other than the Orisa, and now the Zen too, they've got some extra long-range pressure. They've got a Genji staging for the castle up top, trying to poke at that Zen. All these strong positions where he's been so oppressive. Orisa's taking top left, taking a lot of damage, just gonna have to chill for a second. Is getting pushed, and we are getting this cart push here. We still have Trank if needed. A Valk, a Tempo Valk looking to keep him up. The stink is caught there by the spear and the follow-up. Fima taking loads of damage, shielding that Valk, and this cart is still moving. Zen left alone on the bridge, and the tire catches the Trakos. Stink is caught there by the Orisa on cart. Lala unable to live this Junk from the high ground. We've got Cookies in a 1v1 with Junk, and he wins this! We've still got this Trank to keep EXO up, and it's perfectly timed. The kill onto Solaire. Ratba still lives. Had his Trank forced as well. We've got an Annihilation from Fima. This window from Lala, as soon as he gets back, it could be very, very strong on the high ground. Coming very close to the OC. Let's see if position 1 can hold this. A window at the back of the map could be incredibly tough. Is it the doors? And Lala's one shot. But the window is keeping Fima out. No, he can see able to just walk right through it, and they take the side here. Really?
Goes
What a
to
map there.
Unemployed. Yeah, this is a great performance from both teams, though. It's just Unemployed are just coming at that little bit further than the other side here. So far to me, I mean, I'm not over this Junkrat. This Junkrat is putting out absolute numbers for the side Unemployed.
Yeah, I can't sleep on the Torb too. Did get play of the game for a reason.
100%.
My goodness, this comp was really good. But we did see that with the Sode swap.
Yeah.
You really saw how they were able to take the fights, and it was looking a lot better for position 1. They were, in my opinion, a winning situation there. I think it was unfortunate placement on the window there, right at the doors to the right. Instead of having it further back, so you can have a whole view of the cart, and anyone who wants to touch cart gonna have to deal with the Baptiste just raining down hell, and still able to keep up their team super, super well. And having an OC making that even trickier, in my opinion. So
Yeah, I've really enjoyed EXO on this Orisa, though. I feel like they're really creating a lot of space with it. And I'm expecting maybe an Orisa ban here coming in the next thing. But, Val, we are about to go to a break. So we will see you guys in the next map. It's currently 2-0 to Unemployed. Will position 1 get the reverse sweep, or will Unemployed get that 3-0? We'll find out after the break.
Junk Band, Diva Soj.
Welcome back, Kaizen. So far, it is currently 2-0 to DTTK Unemployed. They are now on the left, and position 1 is on the right. Although it's been a 2-0, Val, I still think that position 1 is still giving them a really good fight here.
Yeah, no, we really saw some really good stuff there from position 1, especially on that last fight. Or close to the last 2 fights on the icon wall with the Soj swap. We saw the Baps then really come to life with the Orisa, and it was looking really good for position 1.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Val, as well, there's some bans here.
Yeah, so this time the Junkrat has been banned.
Oh, very unfortunate.
We will not be seeing Don't Fix on Junkrat this time. And the follow-up bans from the side of Unemployed were going to be Diva and Sojan. Oh.
Yeah, so we're just having a bit of technical issues here. But it's going to be interesting to see Don't Fix on a different character than the Junkrat here. So it's going to be nice to see what they do instead of the spam damage. I mean, they are on the Tracer currently. But yeah, is there any more bans for us, Val?
The last one there was the Torbjorn, so we're not going to see the stink on Torbjorn either. Now playing a monkey comp on defense, we got Genji Tracer with the Lucio Weaver as well. Still leaning into the Life Weaver here. On the attack, we have Ana Zen, Ball, and Genji Tracer Mirror this time. An early bubble forced out from Fima with the Discord Orb. He just has to drop and reset here. We got Genji fighting this top right. Over the pillars, deflex exchange. Ball coming in for a little swing. Here's the slam, but with Genji already being forced back, there's not much follow-up there. Don't Fix looking for something onto Cookies here. Going quite deep, had recall forced. But ultimately, coming back top right. We've got this Weaver Solaire just living with the petals. Ball unable to reach him. A follow-up on Fire Trackers, but Celeste still lives here, and Junkrat. Not Junkrat, sorry. The Genji is caught there by this thing. And looks like they're taking just a bit of a reset here. We've got Ball stage behind, looking for something, setting up top. But they've pushed forward into the spawn and caught the Ana Zen. Really nice decision making there from Unemployed.
Yeah, I'm really liking the Zen from the side of position 1. Just the Discord Orb, like forcing that monkey to not take as much space as the monkey wants to take. But ultimately, obviously, Unemployed just won that fight there with that initial pick.
Yeah, no, they managed to push everything off it. I'd say I'm not actually such a fan of the Ana Zen into this because you've got Diva, sorry, not Diva, you've got Winston, you've got Genji, you've got Tracer, you've got Lucio. All heroes looking at just these two. It's going to be quite tough, especially with the speed. So, if anything, I'd rather and we do see a swap off the Zen here onto an Honor Brig backline, something a bit more survivable. Can maybe live these dives just a bit longer and still keep everyone else nice and healthy here.
Yeah, ult-wise though, both teams seem to have similar amounts of ults here. I'm probably expecting to see the Genji ult come out once they get it, but as for the side of Position 1, they're probably going to try and get one pick with the Tracer ult. Hopefully sticking them, hopefully. Unless it's me on Tracer, you will not see a stick.
And still got to be careful of that life grip. We got Tracer coming onto the gas station top right. Fima so low. The grip, but the pulse is good through the grip, and Winston does fall here. We've got now position 1 trying stage on this gas station. Exa looking for something else, a bit more onto the Weaver. Has used adaptive shields, but the Weaver still living. Solaire doing such a good job, getting fully back in. Got Genji's exchanging blows on the high ground here. But we got to care this blade from the Trakos. And this beat push from Rapper. But the jump is really good. The follow-up is great from Unemployed here. The beat now comes up in a 3v5. Maybe just looking to secure the fight. Make sure there's no trades here. The cart has moved to a last fight scenario here. Just one fight away from cap.
Yeah, FEMA just getting that initial pick onto their supports with don't picks on the Tracer. Just really solidified the fight for them as for EXO couldn't get the trade backlines. As for that Life Weaver just running everywhere.
Pima doesn't pop the primal. He doesn't invest. As long as Cookies can lift this. Position 1 can really push this. Rapper off right at the very edge and falls off the map. A tree is forced by the side here, looking to stabilize. But this just gives Position 1 time to get their slower backline of Arnold Brig staged for this last fight. Still have this minefield, still have this blade and this nano. Could be a very, very strong turn. Rally comes out, blade comes out onto Cookies. A really nice pulse onto Solaire there. Got minefield 4 point, primal just about contesting. And the Stink catches the Trackos. Stink is already left so low though, but it's just the Brig on the side. We've got the Ball Tracer fighting in overtime, looking to maybe get another trade. But Tracer falls and it's just the lone Ball coming for the last slam. Doesn't quite get it. And it's a really, really strong defense on Route 66. Held just before second point there from Unemployed.
Switching sides.
Great defense from Unemployed with the monkey dive. You don't normally see a lot of that on Route, I don't think. So it's very interesting to see.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot it.
It's all good. It's all good. So if you were position 1 here now, what are you doing? Like, how are we combating this heavy dive that Unemployed are giving you? I mean, in my opinion, you've got to go something very anti-dive, like they're doing now with the Reaper, the Bastion. Something just to melt that Winston straight away.
Easy shots, do we?
Yeah, I think we're really seeing the effects of the Surge ban here, banning the preferred hit scan on this map. And on the defense, we're seeing a completely different setup from the side of position 1 here.
Yeah,
Exo
like, as I
on
said,
the
just
Orisa,
going for that anti-dive.
at Mercy. We've got the Reaper, we've got the Bastion, looking to catch these engages and hopefully live through them, if not kill the enemies as they come in. The Reaper staged on this corner.
And it looks like we've got a greetings here, Val. 3, 2, 1.
Greetings!
Greetings!
Alrighty, we're into our first fight. EXO just about holding his corner, has to use Fortify to live. Still has another spin rotation, and is getting pocketed nice and easily there by the Baptiste. A jump onto top, but the Bastion form really gets them all the way out. But FEMA, still stuck under the gas station, does get caught by this Bastion pocketed Mercy. We got Rapper using the pedal to climb up, looking to boot this Baptiste around. Will the Lucio get out? Just maybe Rapper gets out. Looking to stage even deeper with the Tracer actually, into the backline. So we got to care this Trey Lucio flank.
A great anti-dive here. That's exactly why FEMA swapped here to the Malgra instead. I still think this Reaper Bastion is great against the Malgra anyway. Just anything heavy damage to kill him as fast as they can.
It's also going to be quite tough because the Malgra, he doesn't have the vertical mobility to reach on top of the gas station. And he can just get really hard poked up by the Orisa. If it's just a Weaver keeping up, it will take a while for FEMA to be in these engages. Maybe looking to stomp, maybe off the cart to reach top. But the Fortify is going to deny this Cardiac, and we've got the Bastion raining down fire from above. So FEMA does fall there. We've got the Tracer and the Genji undercart. The Reaper manages to catch, but is traded on the side. But we do have this res, just got to care the tray. As long as we clear this area, maybe we can even see a res. Tree does fall over there. Bastion form, looking to chase out FEMA on the side. FEMA just doing his best to DP. And Cookies falls to the Tracer Lucio of Don't Fix and Rapper. Got a Bastion ult here, but Don't Fix again coming through on this high ground. And does catch Lala. EXO falls, trying to just grasp something. And without the speed, I'm not sure we're going to see a recontest. That was a big team kill.
That was a great big team kill. It's also a bit staggered as well. So like each time, like they were going to struggle to get back, but Tracer might get the pick here.
Cookies unable to get past this. Tracy Lucas here marking this side, unable to use window. I'm afraid that is going to be a clean 3-0 from DTK Unemployed.
Yeah, a great defense and a great offense from DTTK. I mean, obviously a great defense from position 1, especially on that Bastion Reaper, causing Athena to switch to the Malga instead. As for MVPs, what are we thinking? I mean, I can already tell you from Unemployed who I think should be an MVP here, and that's the Junkrat.
Junkrat of Don't Fix had to get banned out on the 3rd map, and genuinely was such a force in the lobby. Always getting his one.
Yeah,
always putting
100%.
So much pressure. So I 100% agree. Don't Fix. I've got to give commendations to Stink, Rap SLR, FEMA as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic team
The whole,
play,
yeah.
especially in this disengages and the kites, as well as the engages. Like, such good play from Unemployed. And Don't Fix still definitely a shining star. As the Junkrat.
Yeah.
And even as a Tracer there.
As for the side of position 1, okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. You might disagree, but I've loved that Life Weaver from Lala. I don't know. The Life Weaver play
really well, genuinely.
Yeah. So, do you have any other one, anyone else in mind instead of the Life Weaver?
Oh, I see. From position 1, it's a bit tricky. I might actually say Cookies or EXO potentially, but I really see Lala there.
So, are we together on this, Lala, or do we want to talk about?
Okay. My case for EXO is the tank swaps were very, very solid. I think EXO did a fantastic job on Icon Wall, especially on the defense, like living these engages and getting
in my
gripped out.
opinion though, they were able to be so aggressive and do all that because of the Life Weaver pool. So this is why I keep coming back to Lala.
No, that's a very good point. I think I just have to give you that there. And
Yeah,
Lala for the MVP from the side of position 1. A really,
hey,
really nice.
listen, I mean, I weren't expecting that with a Life Weaver, but I mean, just the consistency from Lala, we can't say they can't have it really, but it is looking, as I said, like it's a 3-0. So that is the end. Thank you for tuning in. I've been Finny, that's been Val, and Walker on the cameras. Stay tuned, follow our socials, and have a nice night.